C stands for control. I want you to, from this moment forward, to take control of your time. Time is the only thing that we are all born with equal amounts of. What we do with our time determines the life that we live. Very successful people use their time productively to create the results and the life they want. Average people spend their time and hope things go well, but ultimately that's why they're average. And people who really severely struggle waste their time and hope somebody else will solve their problems and get things done for them. If you want to cure your struggle, you have got to use your time to productively create the life you truly want to live. There are literally thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of time management programs available. Everybody can teach you how to better manage your time, but I'm here to tell you time management is a fallacy. How many very, very good time management techniques have you learned in your life? Now, how many are you effectively using today? To-do lists can be helpful. Planning, calendars, scheduling appointments, all those things, useful. But they're not helping us be productive, are they? And the reason is because you cannot control your time until you take control of your emotions. Time management is a fallacy because how you manage your time is not based on knowledge or logic, it's based on your emotions. And so in order to control your time, you got to learn to control your emotions. So while there are thousands of emotions we can name, what really is important is how an emotion affects your behavior. So take all the emotions that you can think of, and they fall into three specific categories. The first category is fuel. It is an emotion that fuels you and compels you to perform productively, to do something that moves you forward in life towards the life you want to create. I call those emotions fuel. The second type of an emotion is an emotion that produces excuses. An excuse not to take action today. An excuse to see someone that fits the type of person you're looking for as a marketer, but to not talk to them because now's not a good time, or they don't look receptive, or some excuse for why today and now is not the time to take action. And the third category of emotions are emotions that justify destructive behaviors. Every serial killer, every mass murderer has justified their actions before, during, and after with emotions. This had to be done, someone had to do it, and I had to do it. Every single one of them. Has someone ever hurt you, maybe cheated on you, or, did something that was really bad and you couldn't understand why? So you said, "Why did you do this to me?" And their answer was something to the effect of, "It was your fault. You made them do it." They emotionally justified hurting you. Perhaps the only thing worse than that is how we justify hurting ourselves. Drugs, alcohol, gambling, smoking, you name it. We can come up with some very clever justifications for doing destructive behaviors in our lives. But those are the three types of emotions you will experience. And your emotions determine how you use your time. It is physically impossible for you to productively use your time if all you can do is generate excuses about why this moment is not the time to do it. It is impossible to be productive when you're justifying doing things that are destructive to you or others. So the key to curing your common struggle and improving your performance and results as a marketer is to take control of your time. But you can't take control of your time until you take control of your emotions. And now I have to tell you, you cannot take control of your emotions until you take control of the voice in your head. And that's why when you were younger or just getting into it, or why so many motivational speakers speak about self-talk, positive self-image, think positive. That's why there's so much of that stuff out there. Because that voice in your head is your steering wheel through life. Our lives are made up of 4 very specific moments. There's moments like this. You're watching a training program, and right now you can pretty much see yourself doing just about any and everything. That's why those moments we are at our boldest and our best, and motivational speakers take advantage of that by getting you to think positive and feel good and clap your hands and sing songs, and yes, you're ready to go. But then there are the moments leading up to a significant event, a significant action. As marketers, we do 3 things. We make contact, present solutions, ask for what we want. And as you are a marketer leading up to making contact, that's a whole different moment. When you're actually making contact and having that conversation or presenting information or about to ask for what you want, that's a totally different moment also. And then there's the moments after when you get the result. Well, those are the times when we need to take control of the voice in our head. Controlling it now is easy. It's easy to do it because there's no consequences. But when you're about to make contact, when you're about to present solutions, when you're in the middle of presenting solutions and it's not going well, and when the presentation is done and they reject you, those are the moments of your life that matter the most. You have to take control of that voice in those moments. Because remember, there are 3 types of emotions. There's fuel, excuses, and justification. And what you experience isn't based on what's going on around you. It's based on that voice in your head. And when you use your voice effectively and take control, you produce fuel that makes making contact easier. That allows you to be bold during a presentation and gives you the strength and confidence to ask for everything that you want. But when you start making that voice in your head talk a little bit more hesitantly and, I wonder and I'm not so sure, then you create excuses for why now is not the time, or why maybe you shouldn't do that most powerful part of your presentation, or why you shouldn't stand up and say, so do you want to do business with me? Because that's what the voice is guiding you to create emotions of excuses. So now's not the good time. I want to teach you how to take control of your voice so it produces fuel. I teach 12 different ways to do that, but in this video, I'm going to give you 3 of them, okay? And I'm going to give you one right now. It is learn to speak in small commitments. As marketers, we do 3 things. We make contact, we present solutions, and we ask for what we want. So I want you to make a commitment to talk to one more person tomorrow than you did today. And it's okay if that one more person means you talk to one person. But I want you to do it again the next day, and again the next day, until you get to the number you're supposed to reach on a daily basis. I want you to make a small commitment that from now on you will ask at the end of every conversation for something that you want. A referral, another appointment, or the money. But you are going to commit, very small commitment, to ask for what you want. And when you do that, then you produce fuel because you're speaking in commitments. So why are commitments so much different? Well, I want you to think about need. What do you need? There are people who are in deep need. Do you know why? Do you know why you need something? Because you've never done what it takes to solve that need. That's why you're in need. Do you want to know why you want stuff? Because you want it, but you're not committed to getting it. So speaking in commitments will change your life. It'll create fuel that'll compel you. Now, don't get me wrong. You still have to take action. But if you don't speak in commitments, you will never take action. Second thing I want you to do is I want you to start thinking about success and what will happen when it goes well, not why it won't go well. When you talk about or think about within yourself the success, that creates fuel. When you talk about what could go wrong to yourself, it creates excuses, right? Think about it. So I want you to do those 2 things. Speak in commitments, think about success, and also add to that the benefits of success. What is it going to be like when you make another sale? What's going to be like when you collect the check? What are you going to do with that money? If you think about those things, it creates fuel to make that happen. But if all you can think about is it might not go well, this day's not the day, then all you're going to do is create excuses for why today is not the day to talk. C is for control. You have to take control of your time, but you can't control your time until you take control of your emotions. You can't take control of your emotions until you make a decision to take control of the voice in your head. And I've just taught you 2 ways to do that. Commitments, speak in small commitments, and think about success and the benefits of success. And when we get to A, I'll give you a 3rd method of taking control of your voice. But the bottom line is, you've got to take control.